Your mindset and how you think about things every single moment is everything. Quantum thinking, you might have heard a lot about quantum mindset and quantum thinking or quantum jumping lately. Quantum thinking is simply thinking differently, being open to the possibility that other options, other possibilities exist out there. And so quantum thinking is allowing yourself to think different thoughts in order to get different results. So I wanted to record out here because I am kayaking and I'm having a beautiful moment. I'm hanging with my dog. It's just a beautiful day on the lake. And all of a sudden, my brain started auto-firing. And I started thinking about something I didn't want to think about. And something I could tell because my energy shifted. I went from being just completely at peace and joyful to getting frustrated and a little bit worrisome. I guess that's I don't know how else to say that. But it just, all of a sudden I was like, what am I thinking about? What am I actually thinking about? I'm thinking about anything other than being completely present on this lake, on this beautiful day. And, you know, just like I said, hanging with my dog and doing some kayaking and having just a peaceful time, you know, for exercise, for relaxation, for, you know, just centering myself, for getting a little bit balanced. I do meditations out here as well. I do some quantum jumping out here. So I have all these possibilities that I can think about. I have all these opportunities to think higher thoughts of consciousness, to connect with collective consciousness and allow downloads to basically come into my world, into my stream of thinking. And here I am thinking something I don't want to think. And I call it an intrusive thought. It's something that just jumps into your head while you're not thinking about it. So it's kind of like a default thought. It's basically when you have a bunch of stuff that's happening in your life that you feel like things are out of control. You're allowing life to happen on default. It's things are going to bump into you in this chaotic world. People, situations, things are going to bump into you. And so it's important that you are living as consciously as possible and connecting to your source energy, connecting to these higher levels of thoughts in order to create the life you truly want. So quantum thinking is about having a possibility of something that you truly want, thinking about it, putting it in your quantum field by closing your eyes, by doing a meditation, by really thinking about it, and then starting to feel the feelings of gratitude of actually obtaining that, actually having that come into your life. You get excited. So if you're planning a trip, you get excited about the trip. Like, I'm going to Disneyland soon, and I'm super excited to be going to Disneyland to share in a celebration with some people that are very dear to me. And I'm excited. Like, I'm excited about the trip. I think about it. I think about how fun it's going to be. I think about the time we're going to have while we're there. And I'm thinking about all this excitement. So I'm feeling the feelings before the event has even happened. So that's what quantum thinking, quantum mindset is all about. It's about having that positive emotion of something before it even happens. And that's how, and then having gratitude for that event. And that's how we actually pull it into us. That's how we align with that event, because we live at different frequencies. So the way that wavelengths look aren't linear like you see. They do that for scientific reasons, but they're actually like wavelengths of vibrations, and they shift patterns. They shift levels of frequency. The patterns shift. And so when you shift your pattern into a loving frequency or an abundant frequency or some high flying thought, some high vibrational thought, your pattern in your cellular structure and in your quantum field actually changes. It actually transforms into something absolutely beautiful. And so when you have an emotion about something, your emotions are feedback for what you're thinking about. So that's how you know if you're on the right thought process or not, because your feelings will tell you what you're thinking about. So immediately I was like, wait a minute, why am I not feeling at peace? Why am I feeling a little out of sorts? And I started going, what am I thinking about? All of a sudden I realized I was thinking other thoughts out, letting my brain run on default. It was auto firing. And so because it was auto firing, I was getting all these messages and frequencies that I didn't actually want to think. My brain was just I was allowing my brain neurons to just fire on their own without any conscious reining in of those thoughts. So when you can take the effort and you can actually control your thoughts and your mindset, which you can, you're getting into that quantum thought pattern. You're getting into the quantum mind. You're getting into controlling your thoughts. Therefore, you're controlling what chemicals are released and what emotions that you feel. So very scientific, and it all comes from your energy field. It's not the other way around, and science has proven this. It's not that something happens in your body, in your physical state, and then it shows up in your energy field. No, it's your energy field that determines what goes on in your 3D reality. So when you get into a meditative state and you get into that tapping of the higher consciousness, and you allow yourself to get into alignment with these higher vibrational frequencies, you can actually change your own quantum field. And those are the ways that people heal themselves spontaneously, or have fantastic events that happen to them randomly, just out of the blue. It's because they are aligning their frequencies with the frequency of something wonderful, because your blessings are on a higher frequency. They're not on a lower frequency. So you can't get to your wonderful experiences if you're living in a frequency of sadness or anger or depression or resentment or regret or any of those low vibrational frequencies, hatred. All of that is evidence that you're not in alignment with what it is you truly want. And in order to get in alignment with the things that you truly want, you have to take control. You have to really take control of your thoughts. You have to take control of your mind and what neurons are firing every single day. It's super important. So that's really what I wanted to say about quantum thinking, is that it's up to you to take control of your mind. And sometimes it feels like it's not possible. Sometimes it feels like your mind is just running away with you and your brain is just auto firing. Well, that's because you're not choosing your thoughts. You're not choosing what alignment and what frequency that you want to vibrate at. So, and yes, it takes practice. It's not something that happens because your brain, how long have you trained your brain to think negatively? How long have you thought that you didn't want to think? Like, how long have you practiced thinking something that didn't serve you? How long did you practice thinking something that made you feel horrible? Or an old memory or an old event, or, you know, whether it was somebody that left, or somebody that ripped you off, or somebody that, you know, something that happened in your life that was an absolutely traumatic and horrible event. Every time you think the thought of it, it re-triggers that neuron in your mind. And so it keeps it active in your brain. It actually keeps it active in your quantum field, like it is still happening, like that trauma is still happening to you. So if you choose that you no longer want to feel the trauma or the sadness or the anger or the resentment of the things that happened in your life, you have to practice choosing different thoughts. You have to practice choosing something that helps you to feel a better emotion, that helps you to feel that you have control over your mind and of your life. Because the truth is, you do. You absolutely have control. And I know sometimes it doesn't feel like it. I mean, like I said, I'm sitting here on the lake in paradise in this beautiful experience, and I was thinking thoughts, and I caught myself because I went, wait a minute, I want to enjoy this. I'm here to be at peace. I'm here to, you know, talk to my mama. I'm here to visit with my angels. I'm here to be in alignment. That's what I'm here for. I can think crappy thoughts anytime I want. Why would I do it when I'm chilling on my kayak in the lake? So why would you do it when what you want is peace, and what you want is love, and what you want is wonderful experiences? Because only you have the power to change your mindset. Only you have the power to retrain your brain. Only you have the power of quantum thinking for you. You can't expect somebody to teach you something that is going to magically transform your life in a short amount of time. There's no program, there's no pill, there's no drug, there's no amount of money, there's no experience that will give you what you can get by practicing controlling your thoughts, your emotions, and therefore the frequency of your mindset in your mind, in your heart, in your gut, in your soul. It really matters that you take control of your thoughts and of your life. And yes, it takes practice. Start with a little bit of quiet meditation. Start with sitting down for just a couple of minutes and just not thinking anything, clearing your mind completely. And it's going to feel uncomfortable at first. It's going to feel weird. It's going to feel like, I mean, you're going to be breaking covalent bonds in your brain. It might feel chaotic. You might feel anxious, or you might feel like you want to move around, or you might be like, this stuff doesn't work, or, you know, meditation sucks. And I felt all those things. I felt all those things. But I kept up with it, and I kept practicing. And now when I have a thought that I don't want to think, I can let it go, and I can smile, and I can have joy, and I can say, you know what, I'll take care of that situation later. But right now, I want to enjoy this moment. And a really good way to practice shifting thoughts is to have a better thought to think. So take an event, an experience, something that made you super happy and filled with joy, and hold that close to your heart and to your mind, and think that same thought over and over and over. Because after all, if you can think a crappy thought over and over and over, why can't you think a good thought over and over and over? So that's what I'm going to leave you with today. That's your homework. That's your challenge, is to think those good thoughts. Think those wonderful experiences. Think about them over and over and over. And that frequency is what's going to attract all those other great experiences to you. So there's Love. She came down to say hi. She was on the front of the boat. So I'm going to go for now. But that's what it takes to practice quantum thinking and to get in the quantum mindset to achieve everything that you want. And again, it's a practice, just like everything else. If you want to learn a language, you got to practice. If you want to learn guitar or an instrument, you got to practice. If you want to learn to have better thoughts and emotions and a better life, you got to practice. So I believe in you. You can do this. You can do this. So it would mean a lot to me if you would subscribe and hit the like button, and just vibe with me, learn with me, grow with me. I believe in you. Now go believe in yourself. I love you. Have a fantastic day.